Bola Itu Life special untuk YouTube pada hari ini. Kita membawakan kepada anda seorang bintang muda dalam pembikinan untuk skuad Harimau Melaya. Harap-harapnya nanti iaitu kita ada Richard Chin, pemain daripada Charlton Athletic berusia 20 tahun. Bersama-sama dengan Bola Itu Life akan membicarakan tentang kerjaya beliau setakat ini. First of all, Richard, I've gained some new information about you when we were talking just now. The fact that you are a Liverpool fan. How did that come about?
How did that come about? Well, my dad supported Liverpool, so yeah, I just followed him. So from a young age, I saw him support Liverpool, watching Liverpool all the time. And yeah, that was that.
What do you think about this season so far?
Well, it's not been the best season for Liverpool, clearly, but we've ended well, which is the main thing. And yeah, I don't really get too much emotionally invested anymore. I'm focusing more on myself these days, like with my football. So I'm not as, like following them every single day, but yeah, it's ended well.
Have you been watching them at Anfield before?
Yeah, I've only been once, to be fair, but it was a really good experience. Yeah, and I enjoyed that.
Now we're going to talk about you, Richard. You've been in Malaysia for quite a while now, and I understand that this is your first time here. How do you like it here so far?
Yeah, it's been really good. I've really enjoyed myself in the first 2 days. Really, this is my third day here. But yeah, it's been really good, and I've enjoyed seeing KL.
And you managed to pay a visit to a professional football club here too, which was KL before, right?
KL, yeah. I went to watch the under-13s. Did like Q&A afterwards, which was really good, and it was nice to see like the youth team, because I was there just maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, at the same age in the same drills.
Yep.
Obviously at Charlton, but it was really nice to go and see them and give them a visit.
Yeah, of course that might ring a bell because you were an academy player before too, right? Before coming to the first team, and I think we can agree that turning 21 this October, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Turning 21 is one of the most fragile year for a professional footballer coming from an academy.
Yeah.
Now you have to decide on your clubs and your next step in your career. This is a crucial time. What do you think about that? What is your next step?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's probably like the highest point as a footballer to like get yourself into the men's game. But for me, it's just keeping it simple, carry on practicing and improving as much as I can, and taking my opportunities in the first team and trying to get into the first team this season and play regularly. But first and foremost, just make sure I keep improving myself to put myself in the best possible position, as I have done when I've been at the academy, and then we'll just see what happens. But if I keep improving myself, I think good things will come. So that's what I focus on, then worrying about everything else.
Yeah, me and my co-host Kish, we pretty much follow your journey there. To know your next step and your decision in your career, and we learned that you went to Dartford for a brief loan spell. How did that come about?
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, after like the transfer window, there were a few players injured, and then we signed a few more players, but they also got injured. Then, with like more people coming back, there was just less opportunity in the first team, and I thought it was. Spoke to the manager, and he thought it was a really good time for me to get some more men's experience, since there were so many players and I wasn't going to have as much opportunity. So it was quite late in terms of the season, but it was good to go to a team that they finished second in the league. We finished second in the league, tier 6 of English football, but men's team, it was competitive and we went into playoffs. Unfortunately, we lost in the semi-final, but it was good to get some men's experience, play competitive football where it meant something, and yeah, it was good experience to finish the year, having played for the first team in a lot of the cups and a couple of league appearances at the start of the season.
Is that a pressure for you because you were at Charlton Athletic and already played in the first team games to go down to the 6th tier of English pyramid?
A pressure? Not really. I just want to play football. I think if I'm not playing in the first team, then I don't want to go back to playing under-23s. I played a few under-23s games when I wasn't playing for the first team, and it's just obviously not the same because you're playing with younger kids. And there's a lot of people that have been in higher tiers in English football and have to drop down for whatever reason, and some quite experienced older players. So it was good to just put myself into a different environment, learn, take stuff from the experienced players, and just test myself. So I just saw it as an opportunity to basically learn, go into a different environment, because I've been at Charlton for such a long time, and just make the most of it, because it was only a 6-week period, but it was at the end of the season where everything counts the most.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a really good experience.
Just for your information, your club now, Charlton Athletic, they have quite a huge following here because they've spent a lot of time in the Premier League, especially when I was growing up. We have had some legends playing there, legends like Di Canio, Scott Parker, and a manager that is considered a legend too, Alan Kirbishley. He even come here a couple of months ago to do punditry with us, and you've been with the club for a long time now.
Yeah.
Was being a steady professional at the Valley was one of your dream?
Yeah, I think when I was like 6 and I had started playing for Charlton, I think they were in the Championship, and I knew they'd been in the Premier League and stuff like that. And then as soon as I started playing for them and training with them regularly, and then I signed, it was definitely a dream to play in the first team. But when you're that young, you can't really take it that far. So I was just thinking about playing for the under-18s, playing when I'm older as a kid.
Just progressing.
Just progressing through the academy. And I think around 13, 14, that's when I thought, now I want to get to the first team. Because I think at the time you're so young, but I did think I would like to play for the Charlton first team, if possible. But it's so far away that it's hard to think that far.
You're just going to take it day by day.
Yeah.
And one thing that sparked discussions all over Malaysia was when we saw you against Brighton not too long before. Do you remember, your feeling when the gaffer told you that you're coming on and you're finally going to go against a Premier League club?
Well, I obviously started. I think one of the players was suspended, so I had a feeling like before the game and in the match that I was going to play. And I played a few times in the league before that point, so I was just trying to keep in and around the first team and make the most of any opportunities I got. And when obviously the draw was Brighton, I was just looking forward to it, and I had inside my head I thought, I'm going to play in this game and play well. I kind of was expecting to play, but obviously I was really excited before the game. And it just feels really surreal when there's that many fans there and stuff like that. You're just focused on the game, so it feels weird, because for me it's just a normal match, but then there's just loads of fans around and everything, and it's obviously probably the loudest and the biggest game that I've played in so far. And then just focusing on the game for the 90 minutes, went to pens and we won. And then it was nice to just celebrate with the fans afterwards for a little bit. And then you're just back into the tunnel, into the change room, and it's like normal all over again, and it just starts again for the next game. It was good. It was a good experience.
Speaking about that game, Richard, I have one fan question for you. The fan asked you which of the Brighton players that impressed you the most on the night? Obviously, you're starting and you've seen the game.
Probably in the game. Probably Solly Marsch.
Solly Marsch.
Yeah, Solly Marsch.
You have to mark him, no?
No, he was on the other side.
He was on the other side,
but I didn't, because I haven't watched too much of Brighton. I watched a little bit of them, but on TV, like, you just see people and you take their quality for granted. But I was surprised, like, he was actually really good, especially in the game. Just up and close, like, he surprised me the most. But there were plenty of other good players that I knew going into the game they'd be good.
I mean, this question is from me. I mean, what one specific quality about him that make you feel, oh, this is top professional?
I'm not sure. Like, he just surprised me the most in terms of just his
Was
technique,
it the speed of his movement?
Yeah. His like dribbling ability, just a lot of different stuff. But it just surprised me the most. There were a lot of other players that, with the whole Brighton team, have been unbelievable this year. There's plenty of players that are top in that team.
One of the last questions for you, Richard. Obviously, I've seen you, and in my mind, I've formulated you as a kind of player that is very pacey, and you have a good positional awareness, especially playing at the right back. But you can also play at the other positions, I understand.
Yeah.
Which was?
Well, like, I don't know, wing back. When I went on loan, I played more as a winger for a little bit, a couple of games. And when I was growing up in the academy, from about under 10s to under 18s, I played as a centre midfielder. So 4A as well. So yeah. I
think, Richard, Malaysians will continue to look out for you in the upcoming matches, whether it is for Charlton Athletic or other teams, we don't know. But from us in Bola Itu Life, we would like to wish you all the best for the future, and thank you very much to have spent 10 minutes with us today. Thank you very much, Richard.
Thank you for having me. It's been a
Dan
pleasure.
untuk semua peminat-peminat Bola Itu Life, jangan lupa pantau terus semua konten yang kita ada di YouTube ataupun di TV setiap Rabu 9.30 malam. Kita jumpa lagi.